Okay, thanks. I'm standing here talking to you because we're still in the process of recruiting a leader for this project, and so I'll give just a very quick overview of it. But fortuitously, some of the objectives, methodologies and outputs for this project will be very similar to the art project that Tim's just described. Although there are different drivers behind these industries, some of the ideas about looking at the value chains in the industry are similar, and so the projects have been deliberately designed so that the tourism project slightly tags on later than the art project, and we've deliberately done that so that Damien Jacobson, who's currently a postdoc on the tourism project at Southern Cross University, is working with Tim on some of the artwork, learning skills, some of the conceptual thinking that's going on in the art project, which Damien can then take back to the tourism project. Our first milestones for the tourism project are not until next year. So we're currently recruiting for a leader for the project, and expressions of interest are due in the end of this month. A couple of objectives that are quite similar to the art project are to look at ways in which Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander enterprises can be more adaptive to changing demand contexts, and we're already seeing some of the drivers in the tourism industry. There's a high Australian dollar. Tourism is struggling in the markets in Australia, domestically as well. And describe the complexity of the industry. There's a lot of things going on at a lot of different levels. We have a tourism workshop coming up in October at Igawata in South Australia, which Damien's done a great job of identifying a large number of stakeholders from a large number of levels of the industry, bring them together and talk about the needs of the industry. Some of this wording is exactly the same as what was put up in the bid. It's because we change the wording as we go through the stakeholder consultation process and we adapt the project. And the outputs are new products that can take advantage of new business models. As with most of our projects, there's a period of research and then there's a period of training, and then that'll lead to implementation. And as Jan says, that could be 5, 10, 15 years down the track. But a lot of our projects, particularly in the Enterprise Development Program, move pretty quickly from a research to a training phase on ground so that we can make that impact. And you'll notice that the last word of my title is impact, and that's what I'll need to be evaluating as we head right through into the last few years of the CRC. And obviously in the project we're looking, as with most projects, with students, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander researchers, and honours and vet and vacation students as well. So training the next generation of researchers in this field. So that's a pretty brief snapshot of the project, but more detail will be forthcoming after we have the stakeholder workshop in October. Any questions?